Hello, and thank you for joining. I am going to be speaking to you today on valuing yourself. I only have one scripture today. Well, most of the time that's all I normally read from, but I just really only have like a one liner. And the scripture I'm going to speak from comes from the book of Corinthians, chapter 15, the first book of Corinthians, actually, chapter 15. The focus is um, verse 33, part B. It says, "Bad company corrupts good character." That speaks volumes. It's not a need to go into too much detail about that. I will at a different time speak on that and break it down more. But value yourself. So sometimes, if you're not careful, you can be the one that's toxic in a friendship or relationship and corrupt someone else's good character. Now, everyone has to decide how they're going to um, engage in toxic communication. They have a choice to continue or reject. We all have to make this choice on a daily basis, depending upon what we are encountering. And with that being said, very rare do you come across someone who may not have engaged in that or triggered it or been the victim of it. So if you find yourself in any of these categories, understand if you are the one that it contributes to it, well, contributes to it or actually ignites it, then you can stop. And that will mean that you have to refocus your communication with those that you are so easily um, triggered by. Now, if you're the one who entertains it, meaning that you kind of like struggle to turn away from it, and again, you have to decide what's more important. Do you value yourself enough to refrain? Or do you feel like it's more interesting to continue and then feel bad about it later because it's something that you felt like you shouldn't be doing? You have to know your personal values. Again, it's up to you whether you value yourself. And again, this is a no judgment zone here. I am strictly speaking to you to make it clear this is an issue, and if you want to be having good health mentally within yourself and spiritually, this is a way to make that happen. It's accomplishable. You have to, again, value you. Now, if you are a person who's following Jesus, it's bigger than you. Not only are you to value you, but you are to respect him and value him. And it is easy to get caught up. It can be easy. I won't speak that because, we want to speak these things in existence. We want to make sure that we acknowledge the fact that it is a thing, but it doesn't have to be a thing. You decide based on the values of your life. Now, if you find yourself complaining because there is a toxic resume that you have built up, and you know that your association with certain people has affirmed that you are connected to messiness, then you have to make some decisions on whether you want to continue that or not. It's up to you. You can always change. You have the right to make that decision. You don't have to focus on the past moving forward and get stuck with this hanging over your head like a carrot that you struggle in this area. You can truly come out through Jesus and Jesus alone if you really want to be consistent. He can definitely help you. He desires that we who follow him do it his way. Now, if you slip up, because it can happen, that's why I say no judgment here. Just acknowledge the fact that you have found yourself in that rut again, Ask the Lord to forgive you. And in some cases, you need to ask the person that you've engaged with the toxic communication with to forgive you as well, and let them know who you stand for and that you were not walking in obedience to the standard that you know better. That's how you resolve the mess. And if a person respects you, they will understand and they will do all they can not to engage you. But if they don't respect you, they will not try and refrain from that. And therefore, you have to make a decision whether that friendship, relationship is good for you to stay in. And then you, through Christ, have to make a decision how to move forward. But understand the importance of the value within yourself. I hope these words have found you well. And until the next time you sit with me, stay focused and enjoy your tea.